Get live scores, news, and personalised notifications for the Premier League and hundreds of other competitions with FOTMob. Follow every match with integrated FPL points and detailed stats. Download it for free. The link is in the description. We've got a quick turnaround for Game Week 5, so I'm coming to you earlier than usual. Sunday's matches are still happening at the time of recording, but as it stands, a score of 61 points has seen a drop down to 384k. Man City let the side down for a second week running in defence, but patience in the Liverpool fullbacks was rewarded after they beat Bournemouth by the emphatic scoreline of 9-0. Alexander-Arnold got the fans off their seat with a long-range screamer, and no defender has carved out more than his 3 attempted assists during Game Week 4 so far. But the headline in midfield was that Mohamed Salah somehow managed to dodge points despite the record-breaking win. Firing a total of 4 shots, the Egyptian missed 2 big chances, and his 1.54 expected goals figure trails only Roberto Firmino amongst all players during the game week. Erling Haaland helped City come from behind to beat Crystal Palace by 4-2 with his first hat-trick for the club. He ranks joint top with Gabriel Martinelli for shots taken during the game week, with 7, and joint top with Firmino and Vardy for big chances, each with 3. So let's move swiftly on to the transfer plans ahead of a midweek round of fixtures for Game Week 5. There's 2 free transfers available, but no funds in the bank, so the problem once again is finding the cash to make upgrades. In last week's video, I mentioned that I was contemplating selling Haaland this week, after Pep Guardiola's comments about rotating him. But his hat-trick was a timely reminder that that's probably not a wise move. Even if he gets reduced minutes in the coming games, he's still up against very obliging defences in Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa. So my attention has turned back to Andy Robertson. I don't particularly want to lose him. I still fancy Liverpool to keep another clean sheet or 2 in the next 3 game weeks. But I am concerned that Tsimikas continues to steal his minutes, and after an impressive cameo against the Cherries, I wonder if he could be in line for a start in one of the next 2 matches, due to the tight turnaround. Arsenal centre-backs Saliba and Gabriel combined for their winning goal against Fulham, and the Gunners have the best defence so far this season in terms of expected goals conceded, allowing just 0.67 per game on average. I am mindful of the fact that Partey and Zinchenko missed out through injury on Saturday. That's a concern going forwards. But nevertheless, a downgrade from Robertson to Saliba or Gabriel to free up funds could be on the cards. Assuming that Perisic starts against Forest today, I'd expect him to then be rested midweek, so I'd like to upgrade the silver to give me the option of benching the Spurs wingback. With 6.9 million to spend on a replacement, providing Saliba comes in, it's Rodrigo and Pascal Gross that stand out. I was very impressed with Gross again at the weekend, but I slightly favour the Leeds fixtures over Brighton's for the next 3, from an attacking perspective. Everton at home, Brentford away, and then Forest at home. All games that I can see plenty of goals in. Amongst midfielders, Rodrigo has taken a leading total of 18 shots this season. 5 of those came at the weekend against Brighton, and he trails only Zaha and Salah for expected goals. I have to stress though, I wouldn't be rushing to make these moves if not for having 2 free transfers and nothing else to do. I'm even half tempted just to play Andreas Pereira at home to Brighton and burn a free transfer. But reluctantly, I think I will make those 2 moves. I'll confirm on Twitter as usual, and here's how the team is set to line up. Man City conceded their 2 goals last game week from just 0.21 expected goals conceded. Both came from set pieces and one was a freakish own goal. So I have to remain optimistic about their chances of a clean sheet at home to Nottingham Forest, a side that ranked 3rd worst for expected goals per game this season, with only Leicester and Bournemouth faring worse. Reece James ranks 1st amongst defenders for expected assists this season, having fashioned 7 attempted assists, 2 of which were big chances created. Those are team leading figures as well, highlighting his importance to Chelsea's attack. Alexander-Arnold meanwhile has fashioned the leading figure of 11 attempted assists amongst defenders, matching Reece James for big chances created with 2. But his opponents Newcastle rank amongst the top 7 teams so far for both goals and expected goals per game. Gabriel Martinelli was unfortunate to suffer his first blank of the season at the hands of Fulham, despite registering 7 shots and 5 attempted assists. No teammate has offered as many attempted assists this season, and he ranks joint top with Jesus for shots, each with 14. Pedro Neto is likely to earn another stay with a trip to Bournemouth up next for Wolves. The Cherries have conceded 16 goals without reply in the last 3 game weeks, twice as many as any other side. In fairness to them, those have come against Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool, but it certainly won't have done their confidence any good. Alongside Erling Haaland once again will be the 82% owned Gabriel Jesus, who recorded 4 shots and 2 attempted assists against Fulham. He remains top for touches in the opposition penalty box this season, with 44, while his tally of 14 shots in the box trails only Rodrigo, Haaland and Mitrovic. Aston Villa have averaged 2 goals conceded per game, with only Leicester and Bournemouth faring worse. Haaland would be an easy captain choice if there was any guarantee over his minutes midweek, but fears of Pep rotation means I'm likely to look elsewhere, though I will be listening carefully to his press conference for any hints. It's very close between Gabriel Jesus and Mo Salah for me this week. Newcastle appear a stronger defensive outfit than Aston Villa have been up until now this season. They've averaged just 1 goal conceded per game, which is half as many as Steven Gerrard's side. But Liverpool clicked into gear against Bournemouth and will take confidence from that victory. After squandering his glorious chances on Saturday, Salah now sits 3rd for expected goals this season, only trailing Mitrovic and Haaland. So I'm leaning towards doubling down on the Egyptian.